Previously on Hate to Pylon.
Cancel culture has gone too far, coming for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I will not have it.
If I catch this man, I'm going to show him why I've been savage.
I hate with passion Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
You hate to see it. My rookie of the year regardless. Prayers up for LaMelo.
We still don't have the left side of the offensive line at all.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is the savior of the Washington football team.
CJ talked about the Washington football team having hope for the first time. My fellow Panthers fans, I'm here to tell you, there isn't a lot of hope for us. It is the most delicious cereal this mouth has ever tasted.
I will put money. I will go on air and I'll have an apology to you if Josh Allen does not take a step back this year. If Josh Allen's numbers do not stay the same or get better, I will come on and say that I'm the Minnesota fan. But I want you to come on.
Shake on it.
No,
how much is the step back? 1,000 yards?
It's not about yards for him. It's about accuracy. I'm saying PFF completion grade, because it went from like a 58 to like a 60 something. If it goes in the middle, right? It goes in the middle or a little bit. I'm right, I'm right, and I want you to come on air and say that I'm a salty Washington football fan and I don't have a quarterback. Remember that.
All right.
Previously on Hate to Pylon.
This is Kyle Curtin's butthole. He hurt right now. So you're saying Julio in San Fran?
Dallas will win this game because I believe Ezekiel Elliott will have...
You're high! You said Ezekiel Elliott? You're high!
LeBron James, I can't think of a big three that he was a part of. So I don't know why he's even on this chart.
The fact that you guys did not pick the Washington football team in this matchup!
And the Bulls didn't play anyone, so...
It's okay. I'm okay. Dallas for the win.
This is ridiculous. That's barely a big two.
I want Iguodala.
Score.
Previously on Hate to Pylon.
Let's have a moment of silence for Earl Thomas and Josh Norman's career right now. And the first thing that I want to bring to the table this week is the fact that, Fitz Magic,
I'm like a chicken leg, a turkey leg man myself, so I'm gonna let them eat the kneecaps, and I'm gonna just pick up the legs, and I'm gonna eat the legs.
I hate Aaron Rodgers anyways.
All right. Well, we'll just wrap it up with just saying this. He's a bad man.
And in honor of 316, just Stone Cold.
Okay. Big tugs. I like that in it. The NFL has been crazy, just like Jonathan's assumption of thinking he's a good football player back in Cane Bay. Let's just talk about this craziness of trading.
You're talking real reckless right now.
I'm not talking reckless. I'm just talking. Can we have a conversation? Can we have a conversation, Jonathan? I don't understand. Like, why you see? There's no shade. There's no shade whatsoever. No shade.
You're saying.
I'm just talking.
But there's some big shade.
We are part of Five of a Kind, and we are smart, sexy, chunky boys. everybody? Welcome to Hate to Pile On, your favorite sports show here on Twitch. My name is CJ, alongside my awesome co-host Jonathan, Kyle, and yours truly, Christian. But guys, before we get started, let's how are you guys doing?
Exceptionally well, CJ. Kyle, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit weird today.
Oh.
Okay. Christian, how you feeling?
I am just living life, staying blessed, staying humble, my man.
I see that. CJ, how you feeling?
I feel giddy, but I'm feeling a weird energy from Christian, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. You can't get me down today because it is our 1 year anniversary. We've been doing this Twitch thing for about 1 year now. And can you believe it? Because I sure can. I'm whoa. Yes, keep the mask on. We don't want that contagious. We don't want that negative, contagious energy on the show today because you cannot keep us down. We got a lot of great stuff for you guys today. A lot of awesome announcements. Today. But before we get to that, I'm trying to multitask. We will go straight into our defensive units for 2021. So this week we are doing defensive units, and we have one more list before we get into more interesting stuff. We'll be done with our list series. So first thing is first. Actually, shout out Audrey, the homie. 1 year. Thank you. We appreciate it. So this list is different. We talked about going to a number system. We talked about trying to be fair, and Kyle shit all over it. Kyle was upset. He was angry. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It seemed like for 3 weeks in a row. And we're trying to figure out, Kyle, what's going on, buddy? We thought, what's going on? And you know what I think what it is he's like sliding out of the chunky boy range. And chunky boys are always fun and happy and never really have bad days. And I think now he's like hungry. And I think that's what it is. You need to go ahead and eat something real quick. But you can chew on our defensive list that we got for today. So today we're going to be fighting. We're going to be fighting for our last two spots. And we've come to agreement on who our top three defensive units are going to be. Not really in order. I guess we can give this order. But number one is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number two, the Washington football team. And number three, the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns. Ooh.
Yeah, we said it.
We did say it. We said it. I said it with my full chest. The Cleveland Browns. And that team is a very improved team. The two things, oh my God, if I can talk. The two things that I really like about Washington and Cleveland, not that I'm a homer or anything like that, but Washington got better. They had a top 5 defense last year, and they got better in the secondary and in the linebacker core, which they needed to. Plus, they get Matt Ioannidis back this upcoming season, who's arguably their best interior defensive lineman as well. Cleveland Browns did well with acquiring more talent in the secondary and also just adding depth everywhere. So it should be really interesting to see how they gel together. Will it all come together this year, or will it be another year come together? That's a very fast improving team. I like where they're headed. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you kind of got to give them their championship respect. They have I want to say, is it a pretty young secondary? They have some they got the whole team back together for another year. Levante David re-signed. You still got Devin White, who's a menace to society. And so you still got some pretty cool some pieces there. So that's where the table is set. So I will let Kyle talk first. I might be regretting this. I might regret this. But for number 4, who are you putting in for your consideration for number 4 for our defensive list?
This one is weird. This is my biggest problem. Where's the echo coming from?
I'm not sure, but there definitely is one.
But this is where it comes to my biggest problem in doing this list, because number 4 is a tricky spot to me. And I've been thinking hard, and the only thing I can think of is the Niners. But do they have a complete defense? But is a Bosa, a Fred, the young guy that they just paid as a DB, is that enough to put them there? I feel comfortable saying it is. Kinlaw, year 2. I really like that defense as 4. I really do. Now 5, I think, is a team that a lot of people aren't thinking of. And it's a team that added 5 starters to their defensive line. 5. There's only 4
5
spots.
starters for the.
Yeah, they added 5. They're and that's Minnesota Vikings. They get Michael Pierce, Dalvin Tomlinson, and Daniil Hunter, and Sheldon, all coming to this team.
That's 4.
Yeah, no.
Who's number 5?
J-Rob. I don't know. Come
Let
on.
my man be great.
Let
my man be great.
Yeah, exactly. It was over.
He's never gonna love you, Christian. Let it go.
He ain't got love me, but he gotta respect me. You know what I'm saying?
We have
Nah, he ain't gonna do that either.
We have a top 5 linebacker core in the NFL. We have a top 3 middle linebacker in the league. We have a top 5 safety in the league. We signed Patrick Peterson. I'm not going to just hype that up yet. But I'm going to say if he's even a little bit of his old self and Cam can play, we got a really solid cornerback team. We signed Mac Alexander. We signed Breeland. We added 3 starters. Yeah, Rashad Breeland. We added 3 starters.
Brashad Breeland?
Yeah.
Are you bragging about Brashad Breeland?
He's not even starting for them. If he's
Yeah,
not
he's not even
starting for
starting.
you, that's
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. One, he's one of okay.
he's their 4th corner, and he's a solid.
He's a solid 2 to 3. Like
He's a
2 to 3.
guaranteed 15 yards against your team 3 out of 4
All right.
series.
Well, how many Super Bowls have you won in the last 10 years?
Yeah, but how many times did he almost cost them that Super Bowl?
Okay.
How many times did he cost them this?
Yeah, exactly. We added Xavier Woods, who's very rangy, and he understands our defense. And I'm not going to say that he's like some stud. That's not what I'm saying. But he is a solid starter, middle of the pack guy who's but I don't want to be like and we got Xavier. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like we added like good players, and he gets this B next to Harrison Smith. Our defense is probably the most underrated because everyone's blinded by last year Blake Lynch starting, and then no one in this party can tell me who Blake Lynch is.
Yeah, he's the linebacker for the Vikings.
Yeah, he ain't starting.
Boom, roasted.
Context clues, everybody.
So wait, who was your number 4? Are you putting the Vikings at your
I'm putting the Niners.
He said the Niners are his 4.
I really don't like the Browns at 3. I really don't like it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're dumb. I don't have an argument against them. You know what I mean? So like, why I'm not gonna like.
They're more
Are you
unproven.
guys? Yeah. Yes,
They're
I think there are
very
a couple
unproven.
injuries. Yeah, I think there are a couple injuries away
on
from not being
paper,
good.
What is that?
on paper, they're certainly top 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed. Highly agree. Yeah. I don't know. The Niners are weird. The Niners are weird to me. Like they should be a top 5 team, but are they?
Richard Sherman's gone.
He is gone. Is Nick Bosa going to be fully healthy? Did you say that? Did you talk about that already?
I didn't. I said a Bosa, but I didn't want to talk about the health thing. You know, definitely when I added Vikings in there when we got a top 5 defense in the league coming off of neck surgery, I didn't want to be like, will he be back from his leg? Also, Daniil Hunter had his neck worked on. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's been gone for a year too, right?
Yeah, he didn't play last year.
So, I mean, thank God we got preseason. So hopefully he can kind of
He ain't
get
playing no
into.
preseason. You lost your mind.
I mean, he can play one game to try to get back into it.
You gotta get his legs under him.
Okay, so Jonathan, who's your number 4 team?
I don't know. It's tough. But I'm going to go with the safe choice that feels safe but might not be that safe in actuality because this team lost a lot, including its second and third best DB and its defensive coordinator and Brandon Staley, and that's the Los Angeles Rams. It's just hard to not put Aaron Donald, who's the best pass rusher in the NFL, and Jalen Ramsey, who's the best DB in the NFL, on the same defense and not call that a top 5 defense.
Top five.
But, I mean, they did lose a lot. John Johnson, the safety's gone. Brandon Staley's gone. Troy Hill, the nickel corner, is gone. So they're going to have to find a way to replace those guys. And even if they can replace the players, are they going to be able to replace Brandon Staley? I think they can. I mean, it's Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. It's hard to mess that up. So I'm going to go with the Rams at 4. And then I see what Kyle's saying about the Vikings, and they should be much improved. But I can't do it. They're right on the borderline for me, probably in the top 8 range. But
Yeah, I think Vikings are legitimate top 10.
Oh, for sure, top 10. I just don't know if I can put them top 5. I'm going to go with the New England Patriots.
Whoa! Hold
I'm
up.
embarrassed.
I didn't
I'm
think he was
embarrassed.
just gonna just drop some nukes out here. We've been talking about this all day. We've been talking about this all day. The New England Patriots?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Explain yourself.
All right. So they have a top 5 secondary in the NFL. They have Stephon Gilmore.
But do they have Stephon Gilmore?
J.C. Jackson. They do.
He showed up today.
He did.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's on the. I think he's on the physically unable to act.
Perform?
He's
Yeah,
there. He's
whatever.
playing. J.C. Jackson, your boy, CJ, from Maryland.
Georgia.
Maryland.
Maryland, yeah.
Kind of your boy. Not really
Here
your
we
boy,
go.
but kind of your boy.
We know each other. We passed the halls. We passed the halls a couple times.
Where in Georgia or Maryland? I don't know. Well,
Somewhere off of I-95.
I'm talking about CJ's real team, not the team he became a fan of like 4 years ago when they made the playoffs.
In 8th grade.
Tom, I thought he was a Gamecock.
Who?
See?
Ain't no cock coming around here, bro.
No, not you,
Gamecock.
JC. No, JC. The cornerback.
No,
What?
he's
I thought
from,
he
he's
played
from
for
Maryland.
Yeah, I thought he played for Carolina.
No, he's from Maryland.
Oh.
Stephon Gilmore played
Yeah,
for
Stephon Gilmore went to South Carolina.
My brain
and
got fried.
J.C. Horn played for South Carolina. So
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
J.C.'s probably screwed you up. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then obviously you got McCourty back there, Devin McCourty. Jason McCourty's gone this year, but I still think they'll be all right. And then on defense, they're bringing back a lot of
That's
talent
true.
that opted out last year.
And they added a lot too.
Correct. They're bringing back Kyle Van Noy
Yeah.
from the Dolphins.
That's an ad. Don't say bring back. That's an ad.
It's an addition. He was there. He was
Yeah,
gone for a
gone.
year. The year that they were the worst defense the Patriots had in years. He's back
Hightower.
now. Hightower's back. He opted out from COVID. I think Chase Winovich is really good and underrated as an outside pass rusher. He hasn't really played up to par yet, but I think this is the year he breaks out and establishes himself as one of the young pieces on that defense, like going forward, him and J.C. Jackson. Yeah, I really like the Patriots defense. I think that's part of the reason Cam got so much hate, because people compared that Patriots team from 2019 to the Patriots team from 2020 and acted like all they did was swap out Tom Brady and Cam Newton, and that's just not the case at all. That was a completely different Patriots team last year, and they should be getting a lot of guys back this year. It should be way different on offense and defense. We're talking defense here, so yeah. I'm putting them top 5, and I'm embarrassed I didn't bring them up earlier in the day, but they're good. I don't know what to tell
You've
you.
been plotting. I think you were plotting on us. You didn't want us. You didn't want to give your hot take. You didn't want us to try to steal it, try to make it lukewarm for you. You wanted to drop this nuke straight on us live.
I want it steaming hot.
So when I made my list, when we were having this conversation, like, oh, I can't really do this list. I can't do it. When I was complaining about it, the Patriots were the team that I was looking at, and I kept messing around. That was my team because the safety is the problem. The safety is my problem. I kept thinking about it. I could not. I was like, how do I say it? I can't even name the safety. I kept like, how am I gonna
Kyle Duggar?
Duggar, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so that was gonna be in my top 5, but then I forgot about it when y'all threw the Brown thing at me. When they threw the Browns at me, I was like kind of like flustered because the Browns are not better.
Brown thrown at them.
Yeah, I don't think the Browns are better than the Patriots.
You say you don't think, or you think?
I think on paper they are.
No,
and
you got to put in scheme too. You got to put in scheme too. There's no way the Patriots are better than the Browns.
I'm not. We got this
like.
Far.
You got this like. You got this
Kyle
like.
Is more power to you.
Yeah, you got this weird like last year thing in your mind. The Browns are not. The defense is good, but you got this last thing in your head of like, though the Patriots sucked last year, I'm afraid to say that they're good.
Top 5
No. I'm not saying you. I'm not attacking you, but in general, this is what I'm talking about. This is my point. This whole conversation is we're looking at last year and we're not thinking about why they were bad, and you're afraid to be like, these are great because we were considering them a top defense. They were like my best fantasy football team for half the game. They're 50 points a game for nothing. I think that they're definitely 3. For me, they're definitely number 3 on my list.
Dante Hightower alone completely changes that defense.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think
he doesn't get brought up as much as like Luke Kuechly, Navarro Bowman.
Is Jamie Collins still on the Patriots?
No.
Unless he hasn't been there for a long time
too.
No, he's on the Lions.
He's still on the Lions? I thought the Lions cut it.
Or did Jamie Collins actually sign with the Browns?
No, he's with the Browns before the Lions.
Okay, yeah. Okay. He's on the Lions.
Yeah. Dante Hightower might be a top 5 middle linebacker of the last decade.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a hot take.
No, yeah, I think you're right about that. You got to think they lost their Super Bowl without him, right? Correct. He didn't play. They didn't play last year. Weren't very good. I love Dante Hightower, like as a stud, like someone who doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's an absolute stud. It's
because he's not like the sexy linebacker of today. Like he's not very good in coverage, but he is an absolute thumper in the run game, and he's really good like blitzing.
Love a good thumper.
I like that terminology. Linebackers don't matter. Don't pay them. Hashtag PFF, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, so are we going to solidify the Patriots in our top 5?
Yeah. I think well, we got 2 other people. Me and Jonathan just went to war.
Kyle has a 3. I have a 5. So
I mean, that points already is kind of.
I feel like it would be hard to not have them up there.
Yeah.
At this point.
Okay. Christian, hey, you exist. How you doing?
Hey man, how you doing, man?
So, who do you think should be number 4 on our list?
I have some hot takes and I have some blasphemy coming your way. I got some real
Please
BS coming
listen. We're feeling good today. Please don't make me mute you today, my guy.
My
Please don't
number
make me mute you.
14. My number 14.
All right, you're number 14.
I think that they are really good, really grimy, great attitude. The Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh.
Who did they add?
Couldn't tell you. Anyways,
They added a guy in the draft. That's really good.
Odafe
but they-
Owa.
Yeah,
Jalen Haynes.
Odafe? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Odafe. It's Odafe.
My apologies if I
mm,
mispronounced it.
But they lost 2 edge rushers, and they signed 1.
One signed with the Patriots.
Yeah, Judon.
Matt Judon.
That Judo was pretty nice.
That's a big ad to me. I kind of was interested in him, but I'm staying away from the 6'1" guys. I don't know why.
Yeah. Height supremacist at it again.
I'm
You
here.
hate to see it. Continue, Christian.
My 5th team.
Wait, who was your 4? Oh, you said Ravens. Okay.
He's about to get mad at me because he thought I didn't say my 4th just now. He's about to get.
My brain just blacks out random moments. It's really weird.
Number 5 team. It's going to be weird, okay? But I'm going to go with it.
Kyle's here for it.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh.
So
TJ
NFC.
Watt, Mika Fitzpatrick.
I mean, I don't hate it.
But you
Who
don't
did they
love it,
sign?
that's fine.
Who's they
Melvin
just have
Ingram.
Melvin Gordon Ingram. What?
Melvin Gordon. They did that. According to NFL rumors, they were bringing in Melvin Gordon, which is pretty crazy for them. Melvin Ingram, even weirder.
Oh,
So
That's
Melvin
my
Ingram.
number 4. I have Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's who I
do you
have.
like the Browns at 3?
Do I like the? This is my thing, and I'm kind of going to piggyback off what Jonathan said. On paper, it looks amazing. Jonathan and the rest of you guys, do y'all remember when the Cavs signed J.R. Smith,
LeBron.
D Wade,
Yeah, that turned out all right.
all of them? You know, but in D Wade. But you remember, like on paper, like those names look awesome on paper. But it's either they're going to perform or they're not. And that's kind of how I feel about the Browns. Kind of piggybacking off what you're saying. They just have to perform. Let's see what they're going to do. There should be no excuses. Everyone should be on their top game. I don't know about the offense. I know I don't know NFL football like that. College football, when we get into that, I'll definitely be there for that.
Well,
But
the offense has Baker Mayfield, so it's going to be
amazing.
Baker
If you want to win,
stinks.
put Baker in. Listen. Let me tell y'all something.
Baker
Let me tell you my
stinks.
theory. Let me tell you about my theory. If you name your child Baker, that mofo ain't got he has no choice but to go pro at something. Okay? I want to let you know that. And then
we're talking defenses now, though.
Okay, that's fine. Defense is about to
And
be
he's not
outstanding.
nice.
Defense is going to be outstanding. And then my sleeper pick, I wish Kyle was on here. It was either going to be the Los Angeles Rams or the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh. CJ, are the Dolphins in your top 5?
They're definitely in your top 10.
Oh, for sure. They're in my top 10.
Okay.
Like,
Then I'm not doing too bad. Then I'm not doing too
this
bad.
is the
Then.
thing.
That's fine.
There's too many factors that I look into everything. And it's just because of, all right, so the biggest thing that I don't like about the Rams is the new coaching staff and loss of players. The biggest thing I don't like about the 49ers is the loss of the coaching staff. I'm a big person of like, that's the thing. I'm probably putting too much into the fact of, should I these additions, are these positive additions? Like, will they play out? Because we don't know yet, right? But like, if you're putting effort to build your defense and put more pieces onto your defense, that makes sense. You know, I I don't know. Loss of a coaching staff is big because they could be better because then maybe they can finally run the right scheme that they need. I saw that huge with Washington. Especially when they moved from a 3-4 to a 4-3 defense, and we saw how perfectly that worked out. I don't know. Honestly, I'm really like I'm not saying
I have
lost.
a question.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw one more team out there. I don't know if this is in your
God.
take. I'm not gonna say the team, but I'm just doing some reading. How do you feel about the Denver Broncos?
They're my sleeper team.
See, the Denver Broncos is a good sleeper team. That is back to my point. I'm really.
And they say I don't know
into-
NFL. And they say I don't know NFL. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, you were just reading, so it's not really your team.
Hey! You gotta do the
You would
reading.
be-
Hey, exposure.
And you got to do the
exposure
research.
leads to
That is
expansion.
true.
Exposure
That is true.
leads
Research
to
is
expansion.
important.
Remember that exposure leads to expansion.
like that.
I exposed myself. I expanded my mind, and I'm giving it back to you guys. Exposure leads to expansion. Fred Taylor.
I'm
First
gonna
one I
write
saw
that
her-
down
I
on
mean,
my
first-
spirit
I
journal
heard
for
it.
the day.
I heard it from Fred Taylor. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard it from him.
Okay. See, if you give people the credit where it's due, then I messed with that. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. I'm
Um,
not gonna say I made it up. I
listen,
went to Cambridge High School.
But it's hey yo.
We were
Hey,
listen. We were 7 minutes from Berkeley High School, and we were 5 minutes from Stratford, and then 15 minutes from Goose Creek. I don't know what that says, but you put those pieces together, okay? And then they try to put a little private school near us too to make us look. You take it the way you want to take it. I know where we from.
Just straight excellence. Straight excellence. That's what it means to me.
Ooh, Kyle's back. Kyle, did you hear my sleeper teams?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How
Yeah.
do you feel about them? Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and then I have Miami Dolphins, and then I have who did I say?
This man got a whole top 10.
Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. I like the Denver Broncos though.
But
But-
Denver Broncos like up there. They're like top 10.
But they have to
top
like I feel like with Vic Fangio, like he might get outed after this year if that defense doesn't perform. Like they have that team is ready to go. And I feel like Vic Fangio might be the guy who kind of gets plucked out and then they just throw somebody in and they have instant success. And I hate to see it, but like
we found out last year that Bradley Chubb can't be a defensive end number one. Now, is he good? Yes. Is he a defensive end number one? No. The Browns are decent. Or not the Browns. I was thinking of that orange jersey. The Broncos are pretty decent. I don't hate them. They drafted a bunch of safeties that I liked. I don't know how that happened. Like, I guess because, there's a Vikings guy running the business now. So,
Peyton.
there's a bunch of them. The Broncos are not bad.
they're not. They're a good team.
They're
They got a lot
not
of
bad.
talent.
I wouldn't put them in my top 5. The Dolphins is a pure sleeper, right? I wouldn't put them in the top 5. Pure sleeper. There's a lot of upside
They're my
everywhere. I wouldn't do that. Now I'm not saying it's a bad take. That's something that you would have to feel. I like a lot of the pieces on that team. This was off stream. I don't want to. I just killed a little.
Sorry.
Kayfabe.
It was a fly that just came from my face. I apologize.
You got that bum. You got that bum lip. You got that bum.
But I killed kayfabe by bringing this up. But we before we went live, we were talking about it, and like Xavier Howard's probably not going to be there, right? So like now they need a cornerback. They have that stinky one that they drafted. That's really bad.
Noah Benogany.
Hey man, you don't have to call him out by his name. They signed
Now you care about people's feelings.
Yeah, hey, I don't talk to NFL players like that. I ain't one of those who
That
tag
is a
people.
name I know how to pronounce, so I had to say that off.
Yeah. But like
That's
That's
that
a
draft
brag.
prep coming through.
I think that's a pure sleeper team that would be fun to get behind. And now I don't know too much about their defensive scheme, so that's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to like buy into that. But I like the Dolphins, what they're doing, and I like they're getting people that I like. So obviously I feel something about it. I don't think it's too off. I think your worst take is the Ravens, because I don't think the Ravens are going to be bad because their DBs are sick, flying all over the field, but their defensive line got worse, like way worse. And hopefully Patrick Queen steps up. But like, so if you read like numbers, sometimes they say that he stinks, and sometimes they say that he's very important. Like the same, you can read these same stats, and depending on who's telling you about it, they're like, well, he kind of stinks, and then he's like, well, he like did stuff. So I don't know. I wouldn't safely put those guys in my top 5. I don't think they're going to be a bad defense. I think it's going to be hard for them to be bad. I just wouldn't put them with the Patriots.
Okay, and what do you feel about the Steelers?
I'm confused about the Steelers. I don't know.
It's not a I hate you, Christian. It's he respected it. So hey, I'm doing
the defensive line in Pittsburgh is ridiculous.
What's up? Gorby. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate it, man. You're the boss. I miss you.
Honestly, okay, continue.
Pittsburgh, I mean, the strength of that defense obviously is the defensive line and outside linebackers, the pass rushers, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Stephon Tuitt, Tyson Alualu. They just signed Melvin Ingram, as we alluded to. And then at middle linebacker, they should have Devin Bush back from a torn ACL.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I forgot about that.
Oh.
Their secondary is what I'm a bit iffy on. They have Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, their corners are kind of stinky. They still got Joe Hayden.
They got Joe Hayden, but not much.
Oh, hey, they have one of my crushes on there. Obviously he's just a tryout. Yeah. Come on now.
Draft
no
crushes.
Football. Yeah, DeMarcus Acey. He's from
Hey, man,
your boy from Mizzou.
Yeah, that's from 2 years ago. COVID kind of killed
Yes,
it, but
sir.
hey, he's kind of a stud a little bit. I hope he makes a team. So hey, fuck it, let's go Steelers. Fuck it, and not in my division. I don't care.
So,
hey, y'all, that's the best praise I'm ever going to get from Kyle. I'm happy, man. That made my night, man. Hell yeah.
there we go. We turning Christian around.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, he's been listening to our takes. He found like I'm crazy. I got the wild takes, right? We got Jonathan, settled takes. We got CJ the Homer takes. The Homer. So he's gonna find something.
What are you talking about?
Bro, you have tried to put Washington football team in the playoffs with Tyler Heineke, bro. You got to stop it.
First of all, his name is Taylor. Put some respect on his name, please. Thank you very much. Number 2, they were in the playoffs last year. Let's repeat it again. Let's run it back. Let's press rewind. I'm just saying straight facts, no favorites over here. You know what I'm saying? I've been that way since day one in the show.
You've been claiming that since day one, but you've been
Day one.
Exactly
Day
the
one.
opposite.
No favorites. No favorites.
You keep it steady. Smart idea. Keep it steady. Say something. Do the other thing, but always say you're doing this. That means no one can challenge you. That's all I've been doing is fair.
Hey, I walk it like I talk it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
You gotta walk it in your pocket. I know.
I'm kind of liking the Patriots pick. So I like the Patriots pick. I'm a fan of the Colts defense just as a whole. I'm a fan of the Colts defense. They were really good when they're together, but whenever King Henry came through and raped and what is the word? Impoverished that defense.
Let's stay away from the R word.
I apologize.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Ravaged and pillaged. There we go.
Ravaged.
Different
and
R
pillaged.
word.
That
Same
defense.
connotation, but not quite.
Yes. My apologies. Darius Leonard was obviously out. DeForest Buckner was out as well in that game. So 2 of the big studs on that defense were out, and King Henry just ran straight through it like it was butter. Straight butter.
They're getting Xavier Rhodes back. I forgot he signed with them.
Yeah, and they got Kwity Paye as well. They signed with them. I don't know if Justin Houston's still on the team this year.
He is not. He's a free agent currently.
Yeah, right now.
So they could
I think the last thing we said, he was in Baltimore taking a meeting. And they need defensive ends. That would make a lot of sense unless Colts want to drop the bag on the old man.
I mean, he was the best edge rusher last year, so why not?
I like that team, but the Patriots the Patriots really kind of got me in. I don't know who I want to say Rams is my 5. I really do. Actually, no, I might say the Colts is my 5. I don't know. I'm really
Make up your
torn.
mind.
Before you do that, I'm going to bring up a team we haven't said yet, and I'm
okay.
kind of mad at myself for not bringing it up before now, and that is the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills.
Who is their okay? They have one defensive end, right?
Trent Murphy.
No.
Yeah, that guy. They got a good middle linebacker. They got a good.
They have 2 good young linebackers.
They have
Tremaine
that
Edmonds,
6'5" guys.
Tremaine Edmonds,
Legitimate
and Matt
stud. Who they have? Do they have a good safety?
They got
Yeah, but-
Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, probably the best safety duo in the league.
Yeah. I forgot about that's where I didn't know who
White.
the safeties were.
Tre'Davious White at corner.
But they're saying, bro. Oh, never mind. That's embarrassing. They're saying that he's actually not a cornerback 1. They just make him a cornerback 1 so that quarterbacks don't throw at him because they're afraid of him being quarterback 1. That's the weirdest thing I've ever read in my life. It was like an actual. It's crazy.
Maybe
The
the
actual article.
But their issue is the same as Baltimore's. It's their edge rush, which they've tried to fix in the draft. They drafted AJ Epineza last year. Epineza.
Yeah.
And he's slimmed down a bit this year and is supposed to be he was kind of a tweener last year, but he slimmed down and is supposed to be like a pure defensive end, outside pass rusher this year. And then they
Carl
drafted
Basham Jr.
They drafted Basham and the other Miami dude, Greg Rousseau.
Well, that's a linebacker, though. No, they didn't get Gregory Russo, did they?
Yeah.
I think you're right. That is good. Oh, that is good. That's good. That's a good mixture of people. This was a good draft. It was very hard to have a bad draft this year, I think. A lot of people look really good.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think
they got Rousseau. So, I mean, they've tried to fix the edge rush issues with an infusion of young talent the last 2 years. They have Mario Addison, who's been really underrated. He was with the Panthers for a couple of years and signed with the Bills last year. And Jerry Hughes, who's also been incredibly underrated.
He murdered Riley Reef. Murdered him.
So they
Riley
do have
Reed?
Not Reed. Not Reed.
– maybe.
Sorry.
Who can say? But Jerry Hughes, Mario Addison, 2 solid but aging pass rushers, and then they tried to supplement that in the draft last 2 years. That could work if one of Jerry Hughes and Mario Addison can stay productive this season, and one of the young guys can step up. Then that should be a borderline top 5 defense.
Top five.
Thank you, Christian.
I think I don't know. I like the Patriots in my 5. I like the Patriots in there, so that's 4. 5, I really could go either way. I'm going to just say the Steelers. I'm going to put the Steelers in my top 5.
Look at Christian working his way up, man.
So, yeah, I got Patriots 4, Steelers 5.
So inspirational.
All right. I got everyone's written down. Let's see. So Steelers got
Should we do a
2
bottom?
points, 2, 3
Texas.
points.
There's no laws when you're drifting claws.
Jesus.
Falcons.
Well, no, the Falcons should have a comeback this year.
Yes. Shout out, Joey.
Shout
out.
Hey, man, Kyle,
Who's their new defensive coordinator?
Me, I guess. I don't know, but they're getting a lot of healthy people back.
They are. Jarrett's a stud. AJ Terrell's a stud. It's really all you
Hey,
need.
shout out to AJ Terrell, baby. Shout out AJ Terrell, baby.
Time out, guys. Why are you talking
And
about
Grady
this?
Jarrett.
I wanna just flip a switch real quick.
Oh,
I saw
Flip.
two. We're talking about defenses, and I want to talk about someone we didn't talk about, and someone that CJ's gonna hate.
don't you dare say the words. Don't you say it. Who you about to say?
I don't know who. Well, there's like 10 of them in your division, but I'm getting a lot of hype on my Twitter about two players. A guy that wasn't ranked in the top 300 in anyone's draft boards and went in the second or third round. I think the third. I think actually the second. Cowboys corner. Nah, something right. I think his name is something with an N. Right? Is it Nation? I just don't. I know it starts with an N, and I just don't remember the rest of the name. He had 3 pass breakups and almost a pick today against first team offense.
You saying Dak stinks?
Either Dak stinks or this guy who's like
That's a hot
6'3" is a stud.
Wait, that's the
He did call himself a more athletic Richard Sherman.
Yeah, he's like 6'3". He played like 1 year for Oregon State. His highlights are him locking up wide receivers, and then that's it because no one threw at him. I think he went to JUCO. I don't know too much about him, but him and the old defensive end have been getting clips and talked about all day today. Who's the old
Dallas media? They just got that stranglehold on the media.
But I saw it. What's his face? Who's the old
and they're going to be
man?
on Hard Knocks. They're going to be on Hard Knocks.
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Who's Hard Knocks on this year?
Gregory.
Randy Gregory?
Randy Gregory destroyed Landon Collins today. Like, embarrassing destroyed that man. And I was like, I was watching it and I was like, he's so fast. I don't know who they're talking about. Like, I was like looking at it, I was like, who is this? Because this guy looks so fast. He looks so young. I'm like, who is this? I had to like look at the roster and like match the numbers up. And I was like,
who are you?
Because last year, didn't he start strong and then just fucking crashed?
I think he had like a big 2 weeks,
He had
and then they signed
that fumble or that pick or something.
Alden Smith.
Oh yeah.
No,
And
Alden Smith
robbed his
broke
door.
out.
Oh, is it Alden Smith that kind of went nuts? Okay.
I got one more thing to say, man.
You go ahead. We're waiting for CJ.
Don't sleep on the Minnesota Vikings.
All right, Christian. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Do you know who their defensive coordinator is?
I don't. Can you tell me? Do you know?
His name is weird, and he's in this room right now.
Oh my God! Listen, I'm gonna need you to get Kyle's genitalia out your mouth. First and foremost,
Please.
What you not?
And the
Like,
Vikings.
expeditiously,
What you not doing?
expeditiously, my friend.
I'm gonna let you know right now, boy.
Eat
What's
expeditiously,
hey.
motherfucker.
Hold on, boys. I'm not gonna handle this disrespect. You know which one of some of the best DBs of any era was?
What?
Huh? Who was their DB coach? Huh?
I don't know.
No.
I don't remember if the Red Cross game that happened on Thanksgiving happened against them. I actually don't remember that. I don't think I was old enough to pay attention. I just know that game happened. So I don't know if the coach was that coach. But when they won Super Bowls, there was a coach who was running that defense, and he's pretty good.
Jeff Cruz.
Oh shit!
My one-eye Zimmer.
Oh, Zimmer. Yeah. Defensive coordinator for the Falcons, Dean Pease.
Oh, from the Titans, I
Say
think.
like that, man. That's disrespectful.
Whoa,
he's an
Arthur
older
Smith
guy.
took them all? Arthur Smith took them all?
I think so.
Hold on. Okay, before we move on, that we're going to go ahead and say that Texans guy is getting fired, right?
What Texas guy?
Sean
What are you
Watson?
talking about?
The wide receiver coach they hired from Baltimore, he's getting fired, right? This is
Oh,
his
Cole?
1 year.
The GM. I mean, new head coach.
Yeah, he's getting fired, right?
He might get 2 years.
When they go 0-17, they're gonna get
Yeah.
he gonna get another year.
We're gonna have Texans watch throughout the season. Let's go. 0-17. We predicted every team, every news outlet is giving the Texans 1 win. We're not.
Who are they gonna beat? With what team?
A COVID forfeit?
Bro, I swear to God.
What if they go undefeated, like 5-0, 5-0 off of forfeit? Like,
Bro, if I lose my parlay, all my life's earnings because they got a COVID forfeit, I'm losing my. Could you imagine they get the second overall pick because they got one win because of COVID?
no, that was so. Well,
Who
wait, no,
is
wait.
not getting a win that's going to
Is it
go
not-
ahead of them then?
It's Calico's draft picks, but not playoffs, or playoffs, but not draft picks. Which one was it again?
Well, it doesn't make sense to not.
Doesn't count towards the draft.
That doesn't make sense.
It
doesn't make
doesn't, but
sense.
that's the way it is.
That's actually
That's
real
just the
punishment.
way it is.
That would make real punishment.
I agree.
Things
That's
will
why
never
I'm
be
upset
the
about it. But that's
same.
the way it is. COVID forfeits only count towards your playoff record or playoff eligibility. They do not count towards your.
I thought it was the other
draft
way
status.
around. I thought it was the other way around. Whatever.
Ask myself.
Are you done with this math yet? Or we just have to BS for fucking another 2 minutes?
Oh
Come on
no,
here.
I'm ready. All right, so
Go ahead.
number
Body bends, baby.
we just have to figure out. All right, number 1 is the Bucks. Number 2 is Washington football team. Number 3 is going to be the
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. Number 4 is the Patriots, and number 5 is a 3-way tie. So we can settle it right now.
All right,
Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles. Actually, it's a 2-way tie. It's just Pittsburgh or Los Angeles for number 5.
I'm going to let you know right now that I'm not going to settle for Pittsburgh being in the top 5.
Yeah, I'm
I
not going to.
agree. I agree.
I'm not going to bet against Aaron Donald or Jalen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he's going to come beat me up. He's going to see this somehow, and he's going to show up to my house. He's like, oh, so you think Cam Hayward's better than me? I'm like, no, I never said that, sir. He's like, oh. You think TJ Watt's better than me? No, sir. I don't.
Damn, Kyle. Have some
All
bass
right,
in your
here we
voice when
go.
you Talk to another man. at
Tampa
least. Come on
Bay.
now.
He's more than a man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He
He's
is.
superhuman.
Washington.
He's scary. I watched his podcast the other day. That's wild. Or his.
Who?
He was guest.
Why is my?
Jalen
Aaron
Ramsey.
Donald?
When he was on.
Oh,
No, Jalen Ramsey when he was on $1 Million. You know what I'm talking about? That he was wild, bro. He was wild.
he seems like a wild dude.
He actually
is,
seems
man.
really fake. When
Spell
I heard when he,
Cleveland.
like,
CLEVE
LAND?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right.
when he was like, the only person to get 100 yards from me is Hopkins. And I called my coach and I said, we got to fix this. I was like, what? What are you going to fix?
That's not fake, man. That's just being a competitor, my man.
That doesn't seem real.
Think about that. That's 6 seasons. No one else has ever had 100+ yards on you.
All right.
That's 6 seasons. Man, people, that's 6 seasons. Come on.
That's
Our top
because
five
AJ
is-
Green didn't give him 100 yards, but he did give him 2 fists.
I respect Jalen Ramsey. I like that man a lot. I wanted the Vikings to trade for him, so I ain't going to talk shit about this man, but that's goofy.
I love Jalen Ramsey. He's great.
Yeah.
I love
okay,
AJ
so-
Green, so
Just to give a overall, just so we have it stamped, our top 5 defenses for 2021. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 1, the Washington Football Team at number 2, the Cleveland Browns at number 3, the New England Patriots at number 4, and coming in at number 5, we have the Los Angeles Rams. There it is, guys. The graphic will be up shortly. Speaking of graphics, make sure you follow us.
Make sure you thumbs down it. Follow us. You can send hate. That list stinks. I will
let
be
us
your,
know if you think it
Yeah.
stinks.
I will be your man in the inside, just so y'all know. So I'm fighting for it inside. You know how birds, they're spies for the government. I'm your spy. Okay.
What other
I'm in
show
here.
has an inside hater?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nobody.
I'm the fans guy, right? You know, Stephen A. and the other guy, they yell, they fight, and they like each other. No.
Kellerman?
Yeah. No. Me. You hate these guys? I hate these guys. We're on the same team.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, make sure you follow us here on Twitch, first and foremost. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at HateToPylon, second foremost. Third foremost, make sure you follow us and engage with us on TikTok because we got some good content on the TikToks. And I mean, it goes back on Twitter as well. But we want to engage you guys more in TikToks with the kids. That's what where the kids are at. And yeah, we TikToking. I'm not gonna rhyme anymore. I'm gonna stop.
TikTok is fourth and foremost.
Fourth and foremost, TikTok. But then come hit us up on our personal pages as well.
Yes.
Don't do that. Contact us through Hate to Pile On. Yeah, Hate to Pile On if you want to come see us. We pretty much retweet everything from Hate to Pile On. So make sure you're following us. Tell your friends about us. Let's have a conversation because NFL season is fast approaching. Training camps have started. A lot of teams will be in training camp by next week. And it's gonna be a fun season. We're excited. Everybody is 0-0. Everybody is undefeated. The optimism is at an all-time high, unless you are the Houston Texans, because you're going 0-17. The first team to go 0-17. Ooh, that kind of rhymes. I like that.
I think you just said the same word.
First team to go 0-17.
Team and team are not the same word.
So I heard him say team, and then he restarted the sentence, and then that's the only part I heard, honestly. Blocking out the haters. My bad.
Okay. See, there's the sabotage already starting.
Already. Okay, guys.
Wow. What is that from? What is that from?
Wow. It's Last Chance You.
Yeah. The Bob.
Wow. So, you guys want some big announcements? You guys want to know what's happening here at Hate to Pile On? We just plugged our social medias and stuff. Kyle, do you want to know?
Yes, sir. I do.
Even Christian,
Kyle?
do you want to know?
I want to know.
Jonathan, do you want to know?
Tell us now.
All right. Watch this video, and then we'll tell you at the very end. So make sure you stay tuned to watch this video.
They ask me what I do and who I do it for, and how I come up with this stuff up in the studio. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hole. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hole. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci store. When I die, bury me inside the Louis store. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hole. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hole.
Actually, we have someone new. Introduce you for the first time as an official part of Hate to Pile On. I'm going to introduce you to Kyle. Kyle, how's it going?
Good, how are y'all?
I got bands everywhere. You the realest brother breathing if I hold my breath. Referee with the whistle, but hold his tag. Extend no clip, extend no roll. When you go leave me, she need a hair salon. Hair weave, killer going on a trap.
Yo, Hate to Pile On. Man, happy 1 year anniversary. I pray that you guys have many, many more years of success, putting out great content to the masses, to the people, because we need it. I love each and every one of you guys. Big Mac, Jonathan, and Kyle, even though your takes get a little crazy at times. It's all good. I wish y'all the best of luck going forward. Keep creating the content because we need it. I can't wait to see where you guys go in the future. Peace.
All I want for my birthday is a big booty hole. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hole. When I die.
Yes, all we want for our birthday is a big booty hoe.
Yes, sir.
Minus Kyle. But you may have noticed on the stream, but guys, it happened. One of my goals when we started this was to become Twitch affiliates, and 2 days ago we got the notification, and we are officially affiliates of Twitch. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
I'd like to say I had a lot to do with it. I put in a lot of hard work.
You did.
You did. Couldn't have done it without you, Kyle.
There would not be no Hate to Pile On without your hate, Kyle.
We need the hate.
Yeah, it's hold on. Let me see.
The switch up.
Yeah, it's first of all, that cover is pretty fire, right? Am I right?
Oh, facts.
It kind of made it feel somber.
For a minute, I was like, "What is being sung?" And then I was like,
I had this idea last night, and I just I gotta go for it.
Was that you singing?
No, it's not me. It's not me. But I appreciate you. I appreciate that. That's awesome that you think my vocals be like that.
Oh, you can have thank you over there.
Thank you, Audrey. Shout out. So we're not exactly sure yet of more to come, but I think Twitch is fucking with us, to be quite honest with you. I think they're fucking with us a little bit. Exactly, and you should be too.
Kyle isn't.
No, besides Kyle.
He has a special category. It's fine. But so there's a good chance that we could be part of a special program with Twitch. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens as the season progresses. But just make sure you guys keeping it locked, staying here with us and following us throughout our journey, through our next year, our 2-year, our 3-year, our 5-year, our 10-year, because we're growing and we're going to keep getting bigger. And next thing you know, we're going to be competing on ESPN. Who knows? NFL Network. You never know where we could be at. So
cable's dead, all right? Twitch is king. You hear me, Twitch? Promote us, because that's what I'm saying. Cable's dead. Only old people have cable. We got, 30 more years, all the old people will be dead? Let's move on.
Whoa. Hey, man.
All right. So that is one of the announcements. So we're officially an affiliate, so we're doing big things around here. Business is booming, my guy. It's booming.
Shout out AB.
Shout out. Also, two.
But also,
we are officially launching merchandise.
Ooh. I like it a lot.
I'll say it again. We are officially launching merchandise.
What kind of merchandise?
You see this?
Love me some me.
You see this shirt right here?
I do. It's
Shirt
lovely.
Right here. Chunky Boy shirts for you, for everybody. The website will be live soon, but we have a Chunky Boy design. I will pull up that design as well. As you saw my shirt, but I also got a little mock-up for you because I come prepared. So we got a little Chunky Boy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? A little Chunky Boy shirt. Support the Chunky Boys. This is just a little fun shirt.
And, he asked me to take my shirt off, and he copied my body. So, just so you know, you're going to draw me like one of your French girls. That's what that is. It's me. It's wonderful CJ's beautiful drawing of me and my beautiful thick boy body. Just
that
little heads up.
Kyle pre-COVID in the gym, and I don't know if he's a chunky boy anymore, CJ.
I don't know. I weighed myself for the first time since February, and 15 pounds were added on it. So
he might be a little too light in the butt.
He needs some sand in the pants.
I think so. Number 2 shirt design is going to be, are you a chunky boy? Are you chunky boy material? I think so.
I know I am. Kyle's I mean. And
I'll put in work.
Too.
Yeah, man, I'm 220, baby. I'm 220.
Hey, you got a little chunk on you, you know what I'm saying? We get you that chunky, we gotta get that, we gotta come for that Campbell's Chunky Soup sponsorship, my guy.
Yeah.
That's next.
We're not here to judge. A little chunk goes a long way.
Chunky peanut butter, y'all better get on it.
Ooh. Ask me how I like my peanut butter.
How do you like your peanut butter?
Well, I actually kind of like it smooth, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the chunk.
But what if Chunky was paying you? But what if Chunky was paying you?
If they were paying me? Okay. Ask me again.
Hey,
what kind of peanut butter you like?
I like the chunkiest peanut butter. I like nuts all up in my peanut butter. If it's not nutty, I don't want it. I like my peanut.
And that's when they say,
can't
you know
spread it.
what? We're gonna go another direction. That's
You
when they
can't
say
spread it. You got to pour it in your hand and place it where you want it on the sandwich.
I like it thick. 3 C's.
I like them big. I
Like them chunky.
that boy Moto over there.
Also, we will have a third design shirt. Will just be the logo, Hate to Pile On logo as well. So once I'm still working on the website, so once that will launch within about, let's say, August, before the season starts, it will be up, and we'll make a big thing about it. We'll make a little commercial for you guys. Of course, we got to get the merch ourselves and try it out because I mean these Chunky Boy shirts are phenomenal. We love them. We hope you will love them as well. But they'll be up very soon. It'll be up very soon. Trust me. So that's another big announcement. Oh my God. I think that's all I got. I think that's all the announcements that I got. Is there anything I'm missing? I think that's everything. I feel good. First and foremost, let's go around the table, and let's just say what has been some of our favorite moments. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? I'll start with you, Christian. We never start with you. I realize that. We never start with you, Christian.
Because I have the stupidest takes in football. But when it comes to basketball, then you count on me.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I'm saying it for myself. I'm
not saying that, but I mean, if that's how you feel,
I see that dumbass.
If that's how you feel, I think you're great, Christian. You're swell.
I appreciate it, man. I'm
You're a
thankful,
swell
man.
guy.
Let me tell you what I'm thankful for, man. I am thankful that you guys allowed me to put my presence on your show, and I learned from you guys because I have my own podcast, so I'm just learning from.
This is what happens when you talk about another podcast on ours. We cut you out. Just gonna let you know.
Yeah.
That's
maybe
one
one
thing you gotta
thing.
learn.
Get that Wi-Fi going, my guy.
Yeah.
You're probably in the
It's
corner
a-
fighting it again, like he was in the pre-show.
Before the show, he was fighting his Wi-Fi. He had a whole argument with his Wi-Fi. He was not even looking at us. He was really kind of in a corner. It was dark, desolate. It looked really kind of scary. I was like, "Hey, Christian, bud, are you okay?" And he was just talking. I was like, "Are you talking to me, Christian?" And he's like, "No, just going in. This son of a bitch Wi-Fi. I swear to God, you're all lonely over there." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Very aggressive.
It was very aggressive. I felt a little weird. He's gone for his Wi-Fi really. Yeah, his Wi-Fi really doesn't like him.
Yeah.
We'll let Christian finish. The one time we let him go
For his
first. So Jonathan,
that's why we don't.
That's true. Jonathan, what are some of your favorite moments that you enjoyed this past year?
What? That's the face of a man who just destroyed his router.
I almost smacked this motherfucker. I almost beat his, but he came back in the clutch real quick. He made a decision to leave, and he came back. He knew that closed mouths don't get fed, so he realized that before he walked out. So I kicked his motherfucker out the door. But like I was saying, I learned a lot from Kyle. That's why I'm gonna end it at because I know you're gonna take an inch and fucking go a fucking 100-yard dash with it. I learned a lot from Jonathan, and I've learned a lot from you, CJ. I did not know you had a passion for this, and it's cool to see 3 guys you went to school with just doing their own dream. I didn't go to school with you, Kyle. I didn't go to.
No, Kyle
didn't
know you went to Cane Bay.
I want Kyle to say. I didn't know we went to school together.
No, I was wondering where you're going with it. I love seeing
We were talking about Mr. Cane Bay, and Kyle was like, "How'd you win Mr. Cane Bay? You didn't even know that." That's where this all started.
He cheating. He lying.
I just didn't know where he was going. I love seeing 3 thick dudes. I didn't know where it was going. My bad.
Kyle's like, "You didn't go to Stratford? Are you sure you didn't come from Berkeley?"
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. But I appreciate you guys, man. 100%, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm very thankful for you guys, man. It's hard to find well-rounded young men to be in your circle to surround yourself with, man. And it's very hard, especially where we went to school at, where we come from. I don't know where Kyle comes from, but I know where we came from, and it's just hard, man. It really is hard, especially in this day and era, man. Everybody want to switch up and be different, so it's really hard. And I appreciate y'all for allowing me to be on your show, man.
We appreciate you for coming in.
Coming on. Oh yeah, for sure. Always providing that
Kyle?
basketball insight.
Kyle, you gotta say one nice thing. This motherfucker said I went to Stratford. God damn.
Bro, Stratford Hall near the gym always smelled like ass.
That's because they were working hard.
Remember their gym burnt down? They caught
The
on
gym
fire.
burnt down?
I said, damn, how did Jim catch on? I said, how did Jim catch on fire?
All
I
right,
was
just
like,
because
what?
you're not used to a
What?
basketball team being good, you don't know what it means when you on fire. Okay, move on.
Kyle's saying- I know he's saying some blasphemy. What do you say? What do you say? I want you to tell me word for word. What did this man say? Word for word, Jonathan. And don't hold back. What did this man say?
He said he loves you and appreciates you.
He said
That shit. I need somebody.
if
to
you
clip
were
that
right
shit.
in front of me, I would give you a big old kiss on your big old cheek.
Here you go.
Sloppy.
Big old fist right to the lip.
Oh.
What the fuck going on here?
Oh.
What is going on here?
Oh.
Man? I ain't doing no kissing. I ain't kissing on them.
Did you just say kiss on the lip? I think that's what I just heard.
That's what I heard.
What?
That's what I heard too.
What?
Christians
I just want
in
to Kyle
love
big
with
hug,
Kyle?
man.
Nah, that's not what you said. You
About
said,
time I can say
I
it
see
with my
them
chest
juicy
out, man.
lips. He said, I see them juicy lips.
I love Kyle, man. He's a great guy. He may seem people on this show, they may think that he's crazy, but I want y'all to know Kyle ain't crazy, all right? Kyle's probably, if not one of the smartest one in this group. I don't know yet because he be saying some blasphemous stuff, but Jonathan is definitely the brainiac. TJ is definitely the maniac.
You calling me
And then
dumb?
Kyle is definitely the fucking psycho. No. Why I say that? You got what? See, this is raw black people right here. We always jump to accusations that no one ever.
Hey, my
says.
feet on the ground, bro. My feet on the ground.
But that's all I gotta say, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna get off and then come back because can't fucking hear Kyle.
He's not talking.
And I like that shirt, Kyle. A new hope.
Oh, dude, it's.
A new
I want
hope.
to be a little weird. Hold on.
I don't know what he's saying. I guess he's gonna show me.
Oh,
Black Lives Matter.
that's tough.
Hey, that's the what's his name?
Kyle.
Yeah.
John Bouyega.
Mhm.
I don't know. His name.
Boyega.
Bodega.
Bouyega. There you go. Thank you.
Boyega.
And you know how
All right.
Jesus
I'm about
mirrors
that.
the
I'm about that
Bodega
life, by the way.
boys? We could
I'm
be the
about that
Boyega
life.
boys.
Oh, but yeah. Wait, I think I missed the joke.
I don't know.
So
what's
we
going
could
on
be the
there.
Boyega boys.
Oh, I see. Okay. Jonathan,
It's fine.
your turn, my friend.
Well, my favorite moment definitely wasn't that one where my joke fell hella flat, but I would say the whole experience. You know, it's been, especially you throwing up that OG, the first episode, just seeing how far we've come.
Facts.
It's been an experience, but like favorite moment, I would say, the Falcons fan episode after Julio was traded. I loved it. Feed me your tears. It was excellent. I loved it. I loved seeing the pain and emotional duress you guys were under. It was wonderful.
You love to see it.
Are you done? I
Think I'm done.
I think Julio's also done it.
Because I try to give you respect. And you always gotta throw something back. You and Kyle just gotta throw something back at me. It's okay. I understand. It's your favorite episode. I'm fine with it. It's cool.
You don't like when people throw it back
Next
on
time
you?
I'm on here, I'm gonna be a.
Oh, hey yo,
Kyle,
let's get late night here at Hate to Pylon. Oh my gosh.
Hey, what Mark Jackson said, the freaks come out at night. Hey, the freaks come out at night.
Very
Yes,
true.
sir.
All right, Kyle.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kyle.
Something that is really cool. I really enjoy myself being able to express some of my talking points that that I have that are one way or other. I really appreciate that y'all would invite me onto this show after all the hard work y'all really did. Y'all built the whole founding, and then 2.5 months ago, maybe you're like, Kyle, you want to come in and chat with us? That's that I appreciate. That's really cool. It's my favorite part of this whole situation. Y'all obviously have like a different connection, like friendship connection that I'm glad I could come in and not completely destroy it because I'm wild. I'm the wild card in this group. I'm off the wall. And I say a lot of weird things, and I'm glad that I get to come in here, throw some stuff at some people that I actually believe in their opinion. So when they say things to me, I'm not just like, oh, all right, and you don't listen to it. Some people that I respect, throw some my opinions, see what it feels, see where it falls, and then we just get to have fun. Just dudes hanging out in the locker room, hanging out in the lunchroom, talking our shit, and figuring out where it lands. And this is really what it is for me.
I'm glad you said that. Honestly, that is the feel. I think once, it took us a while to kind of figure out like what is going to be like our selling point to people, what's going to attract people to hang out and watch with us. And I think once we started getting you in here and getting more people on the show, it just really embodied that locker room experience, just talking shit about sports, your hot takes, having a good old time, saying dumb shit, but like just making yourself laugh and having like a fun 1 to 2 hours a night, just enjoying yourself, and I think that's what I really
Mr. Popper over there.
That's what I really was trying to do, and I think we're only going to continue to do that and get bigger and bigger. I'm super excited for this upcoming season. I think last year, our rookie year, we had a lot of ideas. We didn't really quite execute everything, but we're getting better. I mean, it was our rookie year, and then we were able to do more planning. We kind of have that year under our belt. We're into our sophomore year. Sophomore year, we have a lot more expectations on us. We plan on doing a lot more bigger things. Now we're going to be a legitimate starter from day one. We had to prove ourselves in the beginning, and we became starters towards the end of the season. And now I think, we got a really good show. And Twitch is fucking with us, and there's only, the roof is the ceiling. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, normally it is.
So, but yeah, my favorite moment is definitely, I don't know, man. I just love starting. I love starting this adventure, and I knew from the beginning that this could be something special, and it's slowly becoming that. And we look forward to bringing more people on the show this season, talking shit, bring your hot take. I really want to touch every single fan base across the NFL. So if you guys are fans of teams that we don't cover normally, let me know. Reach out to us and we can get you on. Maybe send us a video of some of your takes about your team. Like, we want to talk to more of you guys. We want to reach out to different fan pages across the league and tell us about your team so we can get an idea, so we can be more well-rounded about everything. So we just don't be talking shit, off the ass. But we can be like, we should still talk shit about your team. But we like, okay, we know that now about you guys. So that's the goal. So we want to talk shit, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Knowledgeable shit. So yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yes, I landed that plane.
Talk that KS, baby. Talk that KS, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go, coach.
All right. Perfect transition. All right. Let's talk about it, because let's talk about the one thing that Christian. Why the hell are you texting?
All right, y'all, I gotta go.
You gotta go? No, bro, you stay your ass right here, my friend. You are center stage because we on that ass. Bucks in 6. I'm looking at all of you motherfuckers. I'm looking at all of you talking shit the last time we was here in this room. You didn't believe in Giannis.
You like Devin Booker. You talk about Chris Paul. You're blasphemous talk. All of you. I stood strong. Bucks in 6. And you laughed at me. You bullied me. You said I was stupid.
Be careful on the B word.
You said I was ugly.
No,
You said all of that.
that was in private messages.
You said I got an awkward limp. Hey, I can't control it. I can't control it. But I'm looking at all of you. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at all of you motherfuckers right now. Because guess what? Big time Bobby Portis showed up and he showed out on all of you motherfuckers. And he did his goddamn thing. What do you got to say for yourself?
So Giannis didn't do anything, I guess. It was all big game Bobby Portis.
Big time Bobby Portis. What did they say about the Milwaukee Bucks? They have no bench. Who plays on the bench? Big time Bobby Portis. And who balled out when the lights were super bright?
Chris Paul.
Not Devin Booker.
Bobby Portis. So what do you got to say about that, brother?
Yeah, I was with you. I was hopeful that the Bucks would win in 6. I just thought the Suns would get another one. They did not, and I'm happy about it.
Are you though? Are you, or are you being a little frog right now and you're jumping on the bandwagon?
All right, you can go back and watch last week's episode. I said I hope that the Bucks win. I like Giannis. I wanted Chris Middleton to get a ring and put on for the 8-4-3.
You all were talking shit about Chris Middleton, who's from the 8-4-3. And you, my friend, can watch last week's episode and see where you were talking shit and I was ashamed of each and single one of you.
I said he wasn't playing that well.
We saw Charleston.
And he didn't play that well in Game 6. He didn't.
I actually said whoever wins the home game at the Suns and back is going to win the series. Is exactly what I said, by the way.
Which was Game 5. So yeah.
Yeah, I
They
said
won Game
whoever
5, they
wins.
won Game 6. Yeah.
Yeah. I said whoever wins Game 5 is going to win the series. I was right.
I think we all agreed that whoever wins Game 5 is going to win the series.
There you go. Congratulations. We're all on the same page. Get off your high horse, okay?
I'm not. I got a whole year of this. I got a high. I'm on this. I'm not even on a horse. I'm on a buck. Okay, get it right.
Are you on the Greek Freak himself?
I'm riding the Greek Freak all the way until next season, my friend. 50 piece. Yes, sir. 50 piece.
Breakfast of Champions.
Delicious.
50 piece and large drink, no ice, half Sprite, half lemonade.
I might have to try
What
this
is that?
Sprite lemonade.
With
What is
barbecue
that?
sauce.
Did he say that in the video or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was what he ordered.
I heard him talking and then I was like,
He
okay.
ordered
I was at
a
work.
50-piece McNugget at Chick-fil-A with the large drink, no ice, half Sprite, half lemonade.
No ice. I like when he said no ice. He know it. He know what it's about.
51, not 49, 50.
Yes, sir.
And the respectful king made sure he got permission before he put the camera on the girl working the drive-thru.
What does his old lady look like? I'm very curious to who he's married to looks like.
She's fine.
I don't know. I need
She
one
freaky,
like that.
freaky,
She
though.
gave him the bell.
Yeah, but I feel like he's very no weird stuff. And he's so respectful. I want to talk. I want his parents to get interviewed. As a professional athlete, just way out of there. Him as a person, not even as this camera guy. Him as this person's super respectful guy. It's weird, super weird.
Christian, you want to talk? Fine, go talk. Talk, my friend. Talk, my friend.
My friend Chris John. Talk, my friend.
One of the biggest things about giving insight on sports is you're going to focus and try to be right. And sometimes you're going to fall short. And me as a man, I'm going to say I fell short on that series. But I'm
So
going to
did
say
Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
and you see it. Fuck Chris Paul. Personally, I thought they were going to win it because my man, his whole career has never made it past. I mean, at one point in time, he never made it past the first round. And then he made it past the first round with the Rockets, I'm pretty sure. And then now he finally made it to the finals. And I thought my man was going to have it. You know, it seemed like a Tom Brady type of thing. I'm not saying he's on the pedigree of Tom Brady, but I'm saying it seemed like a Tom Brady type of thing, as in he's worked hard. He got there. It's supposed to be his time to shine. Like, it's going to happen. Nutted the bed. Second thing I'm going to say is, and I'm going to leave it at that. The Bucks did not win this series. The Suns lost it.
All right. Can you mute him? Better get boot him.
What?
Mute him and boot him.
Why?
You come into my house.
Hey, man, I gave them
On
respect.
our birthday.
Let me say one thing.
You
Let me say
disrespect
this one thing.
me.
Let me say one more thing. I want to give a big congratulations to Chris Middleton because he is a champion. He is from the 843. He has nothing but I have nothing but respect for him. Seriously, in all seriousness, it's crazy to see someone from where he's from with an NBA championship took the long route of Texas A&M, where nobody fucking goes for basketball except for him and Alex Caruso. But we're just gonna leave it there. And DeAndre Jordan, maybe that's about it. Take that route, go get drafted, play in the G League for a few years, and then come be an NBA champion and be a top scorer in the league. I give it to him.
OG League.
Facts. G League. G League.
Yeah, he was the first. I think it was in the first season of when it turned into the G League.
Mm-hmm. And I give him the big props there. Fuck Chris Paul. You nutted the bed. The only way you can win a championship now is if shit, I couldn't even tell you, buddy. You can't even win one. You lost it. He literally lost it.
Two things.
Literally lost it. Devin Booker,
Christian, I'm sick of you. You talk about being so proud of the people that come from where we come from. You said that from where we come from. And you put that as the last thing to talk about Chris Middleton? Come on, son. Come on. We always respect Charleston number one.
I've always respected Charleston.
But not, that wasn't your last week.
Okay. How about this? Before this good series started, if you were going to pick a shooting guard, and Jonathan, I want you to go first. Are you going to pick Chris Middleton or Devin Booker? Before this series ever happened, before we knew they were a championship, who are you going to pick as your shooting guard? Devin Booker or Chris Middleton? That's a straight answer.
Pick the one that shot better than 40% from the field for the playoffs, and that is Chris Middleton.
Okay. Whatever you got to fucking say, you don't even believe the fucking words you just said. So I'm just going to ignore that and continue saying.
Bro, I low-key been saying Devin Booker has been overrated this whole playoffs.
Bro,
dude
he's
hasn't
nice
been shooting
as hell.
well.
But he's nice.
Not
as
this
hell.
playoffs.
I'm talking about the season. I'm talking about playoffs. I'm talking about.
You just said before this.
You literally just said that. Don't backtrack. Don't backpedal.
I'm taking that.
Walk your ass back up here.
Listen, I'm trying to give credit where it was due. Okay.
8.
I said I picked the Suns, and I was
4,
wrong. And I was wrong.
3.
And I was wrong. And that's fine.
8, 4, 3. One time for me, Christian.
Right.
8, 4,
8,
3,
4. 3.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Never forget that.
I remember, didn't I start off by saying?
You didn't start off by
wrong?
saying that.
I'm a man.
All right, no, continue.
I did start off by saying that.
I cut you off. My bad. I cut you off.
I did start off by saying I apologize and I make mistakes sometimes.
Sometimes
It
Christian,
happens.
your track record's getting a little muddy.
That's fine.
It's starting to resemble Kyle's.
Hey, the people want to hear crazy shit. You ever heard LeVar Ball? Look at him. He started saying crazy shit. And
He never missed. He never lost. I don't know what you're talking about. He never lost.
Never lost.
I have only guessed correct things on this show. pointing that out really quickly. I have never pointed out anything. I have never said anything that I've been wrong about yet.
That feels like a lie, but I can't prove it at this time. So I will begrudgingly.
There's only one thing hanging over me. It's the Josh Allen thing, and we have to let that play out.
You do have to.
That's the only thing hanging over, and we got to let that play out. And you know what? I don't even feel that take anymore. That was that one day thing where I hated Josh Allen. I kind of don't like him, but he's grown on me since. So I hope he actually doesn't. I actually hope I'm wrong because I hope he does well.
Yeah, Kyle found out he didn't want to get vaccinated and then moved them way up his rankings.
No. Apparently, I read today that he actually might have actually secretly got vaccinated.
He just didn't want to let Cole Beasley know.
Yeah, because Cole Beasley won't hang out with him anymore.
Christian, yes.
Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions.
Say it again.
They are.
Say it again. Please say it again.
Mickey Mouse championship.
It's just crazy to me, like, to see all these teams who power up and try to win, and some of them do win. And my man stayed there, did it right, and
no
won
super
a championship. Team. And it's crazy because you just don't think that they're going to win just because the way they fell short and the way they did things. Kyle, every time I speak, you just got to shake your guy.
You did not say that. You didn't say it. You didn't say it, but you brought up the point. It's a horrible point, but keep going because I'm next. Go.
How is that a horrible point?
No, I'm not going back and forth. Go ahead.
Someone won a championship with the team that they got drafted to. And they built a team for
You're not talking to me. You're saying the thing. You're not talking to me. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. For a guy to stay on the team that he got drafted to, and they stuck with him and Chris Middleton, and they build the team up from there.
That's cool.
That's very hard to do. That's very hard to do sometimes, especially in this day and era where people want to free agency. They want to go to the best team that's built. I'll say the Nuts.
All right,
the Lakers.
All right, you're saying this team was built right, but what other player that played in the finals for the Bucks was drafted by the Bucks?
But I don't mean like that. I'm saying as in he didn't leave. Like him and Damian Lillard are guys who get drafted there and they don't want to leave to go power up with somebody else.
Yeah, Steph Curry. He doesn't do anything but get the best people on his team and win championships. Steph Curry's never left. None of his teams are super teams.
I never said that, Kyle. I'm
left.
just saying it does. I'm just saying you don't really see it like that sometimes. Besides Stephen Curry and them, no, what, Kyle?
Okay.
Who?
Okay. Okay.
Who, Kyle?
Pause out. I want to start this. This is Kyle's soapbox of the week. Something that I've been thinking about, and it's super annoying. This is stupid. First off, what is very important, and I want everyone to know that this is not hating on Giannis at all. Matter of fact, I think that his game to close out might be one of the greatest closeout performances I've definitely ever seen, stat-wise. He demoralized the Suns with some of those blocks. When he started blocking those shots, the game left the faces of the Suns. This has nothing to do with him. I think that is one of the greatest performances in a final ever, period. That was in 50, 13, and 5 blocks. Not even just normal, like, oh, I blocked it. No, jamming that shit, all right? I want that to be very known that this has nothing to do with Giannis. But Giannis had more help in the playoffs than any other player in the playoffs. Are you telling me that KD's team that they played against were better than the Bucks team? Because they weren't. He had more help than KD did. Are you telling me that their team wasn't significantly better than the Hawks? Is that what you're going to say to me right now?
They never played the Hawks. Did they play the Hawks? They did play the Hawks.
That's not that.
Are you talking to me?
One is
Or
not
are
what I'm
you talking to me?
I'm talking in general. Name a team in the playoffs that were on paper, on the court, better than them. Are just flat out better than them. You can't name one. He had
Personally,
a ton
if
of
they're
help.
all healthy. If they're healthy, I'm picking.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. You can't say, oh, they did it without a super team, but then none of the super teams made it because they were dead. You can't compare them not being a super team to super teams not playing. Oh, guess what, man? Guess who didn't play? The fucking dream team from the Olympics. They didn't show up. I guess they're fucking better than them. They did it. They won the championship without the dream team playing. Like, what? You're saying that they played teams that didn't exist. Yeah, they would have lost to the super teams. Period.
But Kyle,
They would have lost to the super teams.
Kyle, do injuries happen in sports? Do injuries happen in sports?
Yes, but does that make the team worse?
But that,
hey,
but I'm just Kyle. No, I listen to you talk.
No, you're literally going off the point. You're literally changing the point of the story. The story is it doesn't matter who the fuck's on your team. If they don't get on the court and they don't get on the field, they still suck. Here's the team. We're now on the Lakers, right? The bench is the best 5 players ever. Or not the bench. The starting lineup is the best 5 players of all time. Guess what? They're all sick. It's us and my dog. Is the Lakers still the best team of that? No, we fucking stink. We stink. It doesn't matter how great our team is if they don't fucking play. That is saying that is embarrassing. Oh, they didn't. When they took shots at LeBron, I put my hard hat on and I went to work. No, you got lucky because no one was healthy. Your team's good, but you're saying that you're better. If that KD should have won a championship this year. And I don't like KD. I like Giannis way more than I like KD. But you're going to sit there and tell me to my face that he did it without a super team, but he wouldn't have been able to do it if the super teams played. The Suns with a healthy Lakers team wouldn't have made it to the fucking finals. Now, am I taking that away? No, but you're not going to sit there and compare it to a super team. That's dumb. That is a fake narrative.
I think you missed the narrative of what I was saying. I'm saying
no. I wasn't talking about you again.
Okay.
Wasn't talking about you. It's Giannis himself, and the media is saying look at him. He didn't do what KD and Harden and LeBron did. He stayed there and he did it on his own. Okay, if I make $1 million, but someone gave me $1 million and I'm a millionaire, I did it. I didn't go. I stayed at Best Buy and they paid me $1 million. Someone paid me $1 million. I made $1 million at Best Buy, right? I didn't make it, but I got $1 million. I work at Best Buy. It happened. I didn't go anywhere.
I don't believe you, Kyle. Somebody's gonna have to give me $1 million so I can find out if it's true or not.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's bothering me so much because I don't want to take away the championship. It was a great series. It was great performances by 2 different players on 2 different teams. It was very fun. I really enjoyed it. But to come out afterwards and say that he did it without a super team and that in time he wouldn't win. Let's be honest here. If the super teams were there, he wouldn't get there. The guy was struggling to run up and down the court. He couldn't make it up and down the court. He literally was struggling up and down the court. And we're going to talk about how he didn't need help. He did it without help. He didn't go and get the people. His team was better than most of the teams in the playoffs. That's sickening. It's sickening to people to push that. It's not true.
Well, I'm going to just quote a very wise man, and this is kind of on topic because we're pretty close to a big event. You know, people say, what would have happened if LeBron was healthy and the Lakers are healthy, if the Nets were fully healthy, if every team was healthy, right? Would Giannis even win an NBA Finals? I guess we'll never know.
Speaking of Kanye, Donda dropped tonight.
Listen, my brother, that's who texted me. My brother texted me the link to the Apple Music listening party because they're doing a live listening party in Atlanta in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yeah. And then it's supposed to drop at midnight, so hopefully.
They said it's supposed to be the best album of the year. Tyler had the best album until Ye dropped.
I see where Kyle's coming from. Like, yes, the Bucks did win, but would they have won if any of the super teams were healthy? Probably not. But you can't take away the fact that they did win. Now, to take a victory lap over the fact that you beat these super teams that weren't healthy, all right, you can't do that. No victory lapping injured teams. I get what you were saying.
Yeah, that's the point. You won. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed it. I don't like the Bucks. I still enjoyed it. I didn't hate any of it. I watched more playoffs this year than I ever have, ever.
You should don't watch basketball.
Yes, I do. I love the playoffs. Basketball, playoff hockey is very good. But at some point, I don't care about watching the East because I'll watch LeBron, and I don't care. Like, I don't care who LeBron plays in the Eastern Conference Finals. In the West, I kind of like want to watch it, right? Well, now there's something in the East to watch while I was watching the West. So now I'm watching all the playoff games, and I'm like, oh, there's different things happening. Oh, whatever. It was fun. But like you said, don't take a victory lap that's not real. Take the victory lap that's real. Hey, you won. You stayed home. You told Milwaukee that you're not. In the quote, it says, he's not going to leave until we win the championship. That's what he said. Very funny.
So he can leave now.
Yeah, he did say that. He said, I will not leave you until I win a championship.
I think I figured it out. I understand why Kyle hates the Milwaukee Bucks. All of this hoopla he was just talking about, I didn't listen to any of it. I don't even know what he just said. It just dawned on me. I figured it out. And I was like, why so much hate for this team? And then I think back to the video that I made for the countdown. You should check it out. Then he said these famous words. I hate Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a part owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Therefore, Kyle hates the Milwaukee Bucks. I figured it out. I figured it out.
Hey, you're very close, but you're one step off. You know how like you pull the mask off and there's someone under it, like a ghost, and it's like Mrs. Lindsay
Jenkins.
And then they pull off Old Man Jenkins' hat, and it's the Green Bay Packers. Like, you fucking motherfuckers. Aaron Rodgers is not the Green Bay Packers.
He's the Denver Broncos. You've been saying it all year long, Kyle. We finally went full circle. Yes, sir, we did it. I feel a little weird. Oh,
we did get weird.
You did get weird. This is fun. This is a lot of fun, guys. So let's talk about some things.
I just want to say one thing. I understand where Kyle's coming from. I do. And I respect what he's saying. And I don't agree with him saying that about the whole super team thing. But I'm gonna stick to my word. If a team wins the NBA championship, they deserve to win the NBA championship. Because at the end of the day, whether you're healthy or not, if they won, they won. And when I was saying about the whole super team thing was, besides Stephen Curry, you brought up a great point about that before they had added KD and all them, or not all them, added KD.
That was a homegrown team.
It was a homegrown team, but we haven't seen that. What was that, 2015?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a long time ago, but that's a long time ago. And from then on there, you've been seeing super teams win.
Do you consider the Cavs a homegrown team that won in 2017? Because LeBron was drafted by the Cavs, even though he left. No. Kyrie Irving was drafted by the Cavaliers.
No, it's not a homegrown team because my man left for one super
They're two
team.
big stars.
Or big two.
I mean, he's still groom at home.
Like my man, or big two, like Kyle would say. He left the big two team in Miami to go to the Cavs. And then they added J.R. Smith, who was not drafted there. Iman
So,
to play some defense who was not drafted there.
question,
No.
real quick question, and we can wrap this thing up.
Mhm.
How many players do you need on your team to be drafted to be considered homegrown?
As in,
Because it doesn't matter significance.
if you stay there, now if LeBron would have stayed there the whole time. But if LeBron would have stayed the whole time, there was no Kyrie.
Listen, you grow up, right? We all grow up, go to high school, and then we go off to college. 4 years in Miami, seeing them thick, sexy Latino women's on the beach out there, just looking delicious. And you come back home. Can you get a little homesick?
Yes, but you asked about.
But that's still homegrown.
And I'm letting you know. No, I'm letting you know. If LeBron's there and stays there the whole time, they're not getting the number 2 pick and picking up Kyrie Irving or number 1 pick, wherever he was.
They're not getting the number 1 pick and trading it for Kevin Love either.
They're not getting that. So there's no. I'm just saying.
They're playing chess, not checkers, my friend. They're playing chess, not checkers.
But you can't. But you just
to grow some more talent.
asked about Kyrie. You asked about Kyrie. You just asked about Kyrie.
Well,
And
my
Kevin Love
original
was
question
there.
is,
Kevin Love-
what does it?
No.
So, what does homegrown classify? You drafted this guy, you developed him for multiple years. Even though LeBron left, he's still homegrown, born in Akron, Ohio, or
I
wherever.
would say 3 out of your top 6 players, like your 5 starters and your 6th man. If at least 3 of them are drafted by you and developed by you, that qualifies as homegrown, in my opinion.
I can get behind that. And when I say homegrown, I mean Giannis got drafted there, and I'll be honest with you. I remember watching that draft, and I'm like, who? Who? Chris Middleton had no idea. I mean, I followed his career in high school when he went a little bit college. I didn't know he got drafted. I didn't know.
He got drafted by the Pistons, and he was part of the Brandon Jennings trade.
Can we talk about Brandon Jennings for a quick second?
Oh,
Yes, we can.
The man who coined the Bucks and 6, but was all up in that parade today. All up in that thing, like he was on the team for the bench scoring points.
Hey, he did. He's the reason they got Chris Middleton, so he basically won.
That's what
I
I mean by
respect
homegrown. That's what I mean by homegrown. That's what I mean. We don't see it that often anymore.
But can your home, like your talent that you drafted, is it amount of time? Is there amount of time to be considered homegrown? 5 years, at least 5 years for a team.
I'd say at least 2 years.
Say that again.
2 years.
So 2 years to be considered homegrown, even if they leave and come back. You get drafted,
if
was
they
there for
leave,
2
you're not
years.
homegrown anymore. If you're leaving, you're not. And I call Chris Middleton, even though he wasn't drafted by them, homegrown because he started in their farm team, G League team. Not started there, but he was there. And he
But
went through
now we're
system
changing the
and worked his
definition.
way up to be in the lineup. I'm not changing the definition.
Because we just said drafted and be there for 5 years, right? That's what we decided.
You said 5 years. You said 5 years.
Well, you said 2 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if someone works up in your farms, I don't want to keep saying farm like it's baseball. But someone works up from your G League team
Developmental system, yeah.
and go all the way there and becomes a starter and then becomes the second best player on your team.
So I think are we
That's
saying
homegrown.
the fact
That's
that the definition of homegrown has to be that they have to make a leap of a talent, like
No.
you get better. You have to get better.
No, I think Christian's saying
You have to be drafted
homegrown,
there.
even if you weren't drafted, but you are developed by a team. Like Chris Middleton was traded, I think, after his rookie year, or was it during his rookie year?
And he went to that. I think it was after. But yeah, I mean, it's just he wasn't drafted there. But my man, you know how hard it is to get out of the G League. Do you know how hard it is? Do you remember that guy that played for the Lakers that one game? And
That old guy.
But he was like in the G, and he was in the G League for like 12 years, bro. You know how hard it is to make it out.
Wasn't his name Ingram too?
Chris Middleton did that. Yep. It was. But it's like he played for a G League team. They done switched the G League team to a whole nother team now. What is it called now?
I don't know.
Is it G League? What was it called back then?
D League.
It was the D League development.
D League. You had a D League, then they switched it to G
Because
League.
Gatorade brought that money.
Like he didn't work his way. I'm just saying, man. That's homegrown.
So, but yeah,
you work your way from
and
that.
that's
system
what
up,
that's what my
that's
questions revolves around is about the growth. So yes, if we're taking out the fact of being drafted, then are we talking about you developing this guy to be prominent? So from infantry stage to prominency, even though you didn't draft him, is that considered homegrown? I just want to define terms for when we use it.
I'm just going to say this: homegrown. Someone either A, you were drafted by them, or B, you went through their system for more. I'll say 3 or 4 years.
But I think growth has to be a part of it.
Either drafted by
because
them.
like you can be like, all right, he was like, think of it like this, like, all right, so let's just use Ben Simmons as a reference, right? No shot, mid-level defender, right? Starting, but then you 5 years down the road, you grew him into like a top tier defender, great all around player except for shot, right? You developed him to a pretty good player, and then he was there for 5 years. But let's just say we didn't draft him, right? We picked him up maybe like 2 years in, but he didn't have all that before, and we grew him and developed him into this player.
And how long? You been
4 years. Is that homegrown?
4
After
years.
we got him second year in the league.
His second year.
Like,
in the league,
here's a better one. Markelle Fultz. Can the Magic claim him as a homegrown talent because he was broke as fuck in Philadelphia? I mean, let's keep it a stat.
Broke in. He was broke in. Don't say he was broke.
Broke as fuck.
He was broke in. He was number one draft pick. Either way, he broke.
They broke that shit. I don't know how the fuck they shook that toy and they fucking broke that shit. And he went to Orlando. Mickey Mouse touched him. Pause. And he played well. It was, shout out his knees, but like, but he's developed into a better player. So like, if he's there for a little bit longer, will you say he's homegrown to Magic, or will you just think, he's not a homegrown Magic player because he had that one bad year with?
I wouldn't say he's homegrown with the Magic just because he had all that talent when he was in college. Something fucked up in Philadelphia. He's already had that. He's not showing something that we haven't seen. He had that. That's
not
everything
yet.
He's
still growing.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying all the
No, I mean he's not really still growing. Like he was the number 1 overall pick. He was the best shooter in the draft. Like he's still working back to that talent.
Yeah, but I'm saying what we saw, we expected that. We expect that's what we thought we were going to get from Markelle Fultz. Like that's what we thought. So no. I mean,
he still, even with Orlando, hasn't lived up to what was expected of him coming into the NBA.
I mean, he was getting there. He was working his way there until he tore his ACL.
I mean, yeah, he's still working there. But
I have a question for you, CJ.
What's
on
up?
this homegrown thing? So I'm gonna use this guy, Shaquille O'Neal, drafted by the Magic.
Correct.
Was I call him the biggest antelope on the court. Because my man would get the ball from one rebound the ball defensively and come up the court and lay the ball up on the other end. Great career there. Great player. Goes to the Lakers. Okay, wins championships there. Is he homegrown with the Lakers or is he homegrown from Orlando?
I don't think he's homegrown for either.
He was. I mean, he was balling in Orlando. I feel like, but I don't know. I feel like the homegrown thing can get dropped. Like, because I feel like homegrown kind of relegates to either a very mediocre rise. I don't know if that's the right term. Like a giant rise from where you previously were, and then to being homegrown, or versus just because it's an easier term in baseball for sure. You come up through the farm system and you're made to the majors and you're with our team. That's easier to use for baseball. For NBA, it's so weird because I mean you're constantly moving and grooving all the time. And
if it was me, I'd say he's homegrown in Orlando just because he had that talent. He had all that stuff.
It's a tricky term.
He made it to the finals, didn't he? Didn't he make it to the finals with the Orlando or something?
Time out. Is it very simply that homegrown means you got drafted by the team and you stayed with the team, and then like everyone on your team are drafted people, all your big starters are drafted people from them. You're not a free agency team. Everything you got is through the system.
Yes, like the Warriors when they drafted Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green.
Yeah.
That is a homegrown team. The core of their team is homegrown.
Yeah.
Then they added Kevin Durant after Harrison Barnes left, who was also homegrown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not denying that, but
we're just trying to define.
My argument is with Chris Middleton. My argument is with Chris Middleton because he was drafted by the Pistons.
I would say you could call Chris Middleton. He's still homegrown because he worked up with them.
Worked through their D League team, and then it changed to the G League team, and worked his way up because it's very hard to get away from grow up in a farm team and make it to become a starter and the second best player on the team. That's why I say.
Kyle, who was your most disappointing draft pick last year?
Obviously on the Vikings or like in general?
Vikings.
Like last year, the year that just happened, or 2019?
Yeah, this year that just happened.
Oh, KJ Osborne. KJ Osborne was stinky.
He was like a 6th round draft pick though, right?
Yeah, everyone else fucking went to work. That was a really good draft class. That's one of our best draft classes ever.
If you trade KJ Osborne right now to a team and they cut him, nobody claims him, and he signs to their practice squad and works his way up into being like a solid number 3 slot receiver for that team in the future.
Not homegrown. Practice squad guy who grind, yes, he did not homegrown. He's a guy from their system, who put in the time. But homegrown means you're drafted. That means you're stuck there. That is your home team. You've never been anywhere else. That's your home.
That's fair.
And that's my biggest point. I wanted to define the term. So we can stay on a even, or we're saying the right thing. What about a practice squad guy who gets cut but then sticks on the second practice squad? So he never really gets to the active roster.
That's still, they say that we drafted KJ Osborne, right? He didn't make the roster. So Adam Thielen, right? Adam Thielen, let's take the part away that he lives in Minnesota, right? Let's take that part away. Say he's a walk-on guy. He walked on with us. He made the team. He bottom of the roster, practice squad guy, and then every year he got better until he's a starter. That's homegrown. Take away the Minnesota thing, because obviously when you see that, you just automatically assume that. But his story is that, right? He walked on, and he's only been with us, and we built him to this guy that he is.
So, but if you don't make it past the training camp for the team, but then signs on to another team and has a historic career with that second team, how long did Brett Favre play for the Falcons?
1 year, maybe.
So you won't consider Brett Favre homegrown to Green Bay? No,
if you have to go get someone, it's not homegrown. You did not grow it. If I have to go get it from the store, I did not home grow it. Right?
But you can buy seeds from the store and grow it too. They might help you get a little bit of a start.
But the seeds are not the end product. So you bought seeds. So I bought draft picks by being terrible at football. And then I used those draft picks to buy my thing, and then they grew up into this big thing that I have. I didn't take your plants that you didn't like, and I said, I think I like those plants.
But I can grow it over here. I can make it. I can grow.
But it's
those are
holy shit! This should have turned to fucking Monopoly.
But those are yours, not mine.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the nitty gritty of growing. You didn't do anything. This plant did not grow in Atlanta.
Drafted.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, but I mean, I agree, disagree. I just think
the only one who, or the team is the only one who took a chance on you. I don't know. I can't think of right now. There's a big guy who was on the Patriots at the end of his career. I just watched him on Twitter. He was a whole bunch of different practice squads. They sent him to NFL Europe, and he rode a whole bunch of practice squads over there, and then he came back. Where would you? He was on a bunch of practice squads. No, James.
James White.
No, Harrison. I think. Who's the real strong dude? Black dude's really
James
strong.
Harrison.
I think Harrison, yeah. He posted it like he was like they tried to cut me many times. But like if he would have stuck on a practice squad the whole way, no one else wanted him. He was just riding one team's practice squad over and over and over again. And then they're like, this guy's got it. And then they brought that's homegrown. But when you start going over the place, you're getting other people teaching you. You're getting other people. You're learning other people's stuff.
But that's the one thing. But that's what Chris Middleton. That's what happened to Chris Middleton. That's literally what happened to Chris Middleton. He
Yeah,
played
that's what I'm
1
saying.
year
That's
at
not
one team,
homegrown.
barely played.
So pretty much what we're saying is
But
homegrown is not all, but it's a select thing to be a homegrown person. It's not like you can splatter that thing everywhere.
Okay.
All right.
He was drafted by
I
another
agree to
team.
disagree, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why would you take credit for someone else's work? Right? So like
I think
But he did,
the
though.
growth
That's my
part is
thing,
what
though.
we're arguing. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
We're arguing
because
is
I
the
mean, he
growth.
played 1 year. He barely played 1 year with the Pistons as a rookie. Got knocked down to the G League or D League then. Milwaukee Bucks was like, "Hey, yo, we're just signing him." They probably had no idea Chris Middleton would be this guy. They just signed him. Chris worked his way up from the D League through the G League. Then made it to the NBA on the NBA roster. Was not starting. Worked his way up to the starting lineup. To be a sixth man. Worked his way to the starting lineup. Now he's the second best player on the team. And he's been with the team for I don't know how long he's been there, but I'm saying he's probably been there. I'm just saying if he was there, if he's been in the league for 12 years, let's just say
this is a better thing
for 11 years.
Here's a better thing. I get this pizza. I get all these ingredients for a pizza.
I get what you're saying, Kyle. I get what you're saying. Like I do. I
you don't because you just said my point. You just said my point and you used it as like something different. Like if I get
I've
a
been saying
pizza
it the whole time though.
No. I've listened to you. No, you're not. You're saying something.
Is that not what I was saying? Is that not what I was saying this whole time?
No. You don't get what I'm saying. I'm saying like you're taking credit because if it was homegrown, right? You are the only one that taught him. You grew it. The Pistons, he was in the practice facility for the Pistons, learning from their coaches for a year.
I want to see if he actually played for the Pistons.
He was on their practice.
To see if he played for the G League.
But what I'm saying is, like, he 100%.
He played for the Pistons D League, but not the Bucks.
He 100% learned from Piston coaches, right? So now, obviously, that's not his whole career, right?
Okay.
He obviously got other coaches, and they helped him too. But that's the thing. Other teams put their hand in him and molded him. Like, if I went to Mod and I told him I want you to make the pizza, but I'll go home and bake it. That's what happened here. I told them, like, I liked what they put on it. Now I'm going to go home and put it in the oven. And then Giannis is, I, at home, put the pizza together and heated it. That's the difference.
That's fair.
Like I said, Kyle, I understand what you're saying. And I just says agree to disagree. That's all I said, Kyle. I mean, just take it or leave it.
So you don't mind taking credit for someone else doing half, not even half, a part of the work.
But I feel like even if you do more work than that 1 year or half a season, I mean, how much do you put into that? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you was 1 year versus like in a 12-year career and he was there for your team with 11, but he started in 1 year. Like, do you say, homegrown, like
then
Atlanta Falcons?
Then you developed that
Favre.
person. You developed him, but he's not homegrown.
Yeah, he's a developmental guy. I like that. That's the word I was looking for. He's a developmental guy.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay,
that's
there
good.
we go. We solved it.
All right.
We solved it.
All right.
And I think that's what we're trying to.
Homegrown means you're drafted by the team or discovered by the team if you're like an undrafted guy. Developed could be you came from another team. They didn't really know what to do with you, but the second team or whatever team you're on helped figure you out.
And let's not get confused with these people getting these big time names either. Let's not get that confused either. When you say development, as in like they get like a big time player and like a super team. Let's not get that. Let's not ever get that confused either.
Yeah, no, we're talking about like Chris Middleton, who was a second round draft pick and only played 27 games on the Pistons' actual roster his rookie year. And then was traded to the Bucks, where they developed him into the second best player on a championship team.
That is good. I would never argue that ever.
Okay.
Okay, that's
All right,
cool.
that's
I'm cool with
decided.
that. Like, I think the biggest thing is I want terms like defined, because I think when we get in our arguments, like we kind of have different. I mean, of course, that's life. You have different connotations on different things. So at least if we can kind of get some terms that we use on this show, and we can kind of use us as big pillars in our arguments, I think it's going to help us so we can stay clear and not kind of say the same thing but like differently, but still be mad at each other. So, which I mean,
That
it
happens a
happens
lot.
here all the time. It says a lot here. But guys, we did it. 1 year. I'm so
Yes,
proud of
sir.
this. Thank you guys for everything you guys do. Thank you for your time. Thank you guys for watching at home. We've had a blast. Next week, we will be doing our team rankings. So we'll finish it off with our list with our entire. Do you want to do 32 teams, guys?
Maybe.
It's a fucking lot for you guys.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see. We'll decide. You'll see next week what we decide to do for our team ranking, so we can have some good talking points. We will put up our top 5 defensive list up within the next week or so on Twitter. So follow us on Twitter, Hate to Pile On. Follow us on TikTok at Hate to Pile On as well. And make sure you follow us here on Twitch. We are affiliates, people. We are big dogs around here. Twitch is finally fucking with us.
So
And I'm glad you guys
follow
fuck
and
with us.
subscribe.
Follow and subscribe now. And if you feel so inclined to drop some biddies, some itty bitties, some bitties, it will help us out greatly. We will continue to improve the show, reach for the stars, as Pop Smoke said, RIP. And I'm glad you fucking with us over Kanye West, because Kanye West got a listening party right now. And I mean, you're listening to us instead. Like, that's kind of big. That's big.
You made the
for
right
us.
choice. You made the right choice.
Well, I don't know. This album could be fire. I'm gonna stay up and listen to it, but I wanted to be here first for this show. Any
we had
final
to force
words?
you on here. Hey, by the way, little small biddies, big old biddies, whatever you want to do, we like them all. Just heads up.
We love some big old biddies.
Little biddies
I
are
just
fine
wanna
too.
say,
Hey, little biddies are fine too, though.
I love the little biddies. I'm a biddy. I'm a support for all biddies. Mosquito biddies. I'm talking watermelon biddies. I'm talking strawberry biddies. I'm talking banana biddies. I don't like bananas, actually. I apologize. I don't
Banana
like
biddies.
Think of shape.
biddies.
Think of shape.
Alright.
Use your imagination.
Alright.
It's late night. It's getting a little darker out here. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of getting a little weird. I'm starting to look at you guys a little
Come
different
out at
right
night,
now.
baby. I appreciate you guys having me on the show. I really appreciate you guys. It's probably the last time y'all have me on here since basketball season's over with.
We'll have you guys on. If you're still committed to fantasy football, you'll be back.
When is that starting? You gotta let me know when that starts.
I'll let you know. I gotta figure it out.
3 more episodes, and we're gonna have to draft a team. September is the deadline of where we need to draft. It's gonna be a big show for us. I'm not the guy who plans this stuff. That's this guy. But it's gonna be a big show.
We'll probably be drafting in August at some point. End of August.
So
we're gonna sit down very soon to figure out our entire fantasy, the name of our fantasy league, the type of fantasy league we're gonna do, the players that's gonna be in the fantasy league. Which I think we got our full list. We gotta send the invites and see if they accept it. We will do a live draft. We will have the fantasy league season woven in through the show throughout the season. It's kind of one of our big talking points. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I like to talk shit. I'm very competitive. But one thing I'll do is, Christian, go ahead and plug your show. You said you have some potential NBA draft prospects coming on your show pretty soon. That's pretty exciting. Go ahead and tell us a little about that.
I'm trying to get I'm going to try to have one of my good friends' little brother. His name is Josiah James. Trying to talk with him. It's been kind of hard. He plays at University of Tennessee. Going to try to have him on there. Going to have my good friend Dimitri Rivers. He played at Stratford. Went to Mercer. Plays professionally overseas. And when that grind going overseas to the NBA, he's trying to do that. I'm also going to try. I don't know if y'all remember her, but Dakia Cohen. I'm going to try to have her on the show. She went to West Ashley. Ran track there. Played basketball at West Ashley. Went to Baylor. I think she won some Big 12 titles with Baylor, and I think she plays professionally overseas, and she's trying to go to the WNBA, so I'm going to have her on the show. And I'm going to have another friend, Dee. She played at Hand-to-Hand and went and played basketball at College Charleston, so I'm going to have them on the show on my episode of my podcast. Hopefully next weekend when I'm in. So we're gonna see what that looks like. And CJ, I'm going to see you in Charlotte in September when my Clemson Tigers play the Georgia Bulldogs.
You coming to Charlotte?
That's August.
I'm coming to Charlotte.
Yeah, that's next month.
That's in September.
Is it September?
No, it's
September.
August
September.
28th, I think.
No, it's September 4th. Don't
Is
play with the Tiger fan.
Hey, we'll come see it. We come hang out. We'll we plan on trying to catch a couple Panthers games this coming season. At least I'm gonna try to.
It is September 4th. Sheesh, I requested.
Are you even a fan?
I requested
here we
the
go,
wrong
fake
days of
Clemson
work
fan.
off.
The Clemson fake fan. Jesus, that's cool. That's cool. Talking sports with the kid. 2 G's.
2 D's, double D's.
2 G's.
Oh,
Where do you see talking sports with the kid? Where are G's coming from?
talking.
What?
Good.
Oh no, talking.
Talking. All right. I'm sorry.
Talking.
No G's.
No G's.
Yeah, no G's.
But if you have me on the show,
real G's moving
Real
sound like
one.
lasagna.
Just one.
Oh,
All right.
hey, I got you, man. You're more than welcome on the. You're more than
You
welcome.
can't
on the
have
show.
fuck Chris
That's-
Paul and then say a goddamn Wheezy quote. That's a foul. That's a fucking foul.
He's got a point.
Oh, well,
Y'all didn't
so
think I would
got
know
you.
some shit like that, do you? Huh?
Yeah,
That was a deep
Louisiana
cut for
on your
me.
head.
Yeah, that's
was
a deep
good.
cut for me. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
like that, Kyle. Kyle bringing it tonight.
Oh my god.
All right,
Actually, we're
guys.
getting weird. We're getting weird.
We are getting weird. Any final comments on our anniversary show?
Y'all are getting weird.
No, just that we appreciate you for rocking with us for a year, and we hope you'll continue to do so for many years to come.
It's time to go!
Have a great night, everyone. See you later. Peace.
See ya.